If you could wake up tomorrow and be anywhere in the world, where would you wake up and what would be your perfect day? Alright, so a little take home from the day that I want to share with you guys, something that I'm learning every day, which I hope to share with you guys. And I'm driving right now, so I'm not going to look at the camera at all. I'm just going to drive and talk. So the one thing I want to really emphasize that I'm just learning every day that just is so cool to me is that at the end of the day, everybody's a person. And I know that sounds stupid, I know that sounds cliche, but what I encourage you to do, everybody that's in the business world, is try to drop the professional mindset and the professional conversation and try to make it personal. The second it becomes personal, and I'm not saying you gotta like be best friends with everybody, but the second it becomes personal, you're winning. You're building a relationship. It's not a transaction, it's a relationship. And I mean, I have found when I first went to trade shows, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna close 5 deals and out of this trade show. And that's just not how it works. I mean, you need to have goals and you need to work toward it, but you need to be interested. I'm at a red light, so I'm looking at the camera. You need to be interested in the person. So something I'll share with y'all, which is kind of my little trademark secret, is I'll ask a question when I'm ever doing a demo. And at the end of the call, I'll ask this, I'll say, hey Josh, just wanted to ask you a quick question, has nothing to do, looking away again, has nothing to do with what we just talked about, but I love asking people this question. You don't have to answer it if you want, of course, or maybe we can, you can answer it next time we talk, and that is, if you could wake up tomorrow and be anywhere in the world, where would you wake up and what would be your perfect day? So people always get taken aback by this. Some people like laugh and they'll say, oh, I don't know. Some people say, I don't know, and ask me next time. Other people say the beach. You get a ton of different responses, and what you do is after they answer it, ask them more questions. Oh, you'd be on the beach. Well, what beach? Why that beach? Well, what would you do? Would you just like sit by the water? Would you go fishing? Like, what's the perfect day? And I guarantee you that person is going to like you more for you asking that, and you're gonna like them more because you're gonna get to learn to get to know them, and they're not just some douche on the phone that you're trying to sell that is pushing back because they know that you're talking to a salesperson or somebody trying to sell them something, which at the end of the day, that's what life is selling. Is you're gonna now actually connect with that person. So biggest lesson that I've learned is just try to make things personal as much as possible. Now, when I say make it personal, don't go over the top and just try to kiss ass, but try to remember what's personal. And you guys all know what a CRM is, I'm sure, client relationship management, or customer relationship or whatever. Basically just kind of helps you keep a track of things. Think of it as like a Rolodex for business. Take as much notes as you can about how they answer that question and act on it. Right? If they say they're obsessed with the beach, tell them about a beach local to them that they didn't know about, or tell them about the Keys that is a cheap vacation they should hit up. Or if they say they like Corona, would they be drinking a beer of a Corona on the beach? Send them a fucking 12-pack of Corona. Yeah, do something creative for them. So my take home for this little rant here in the car is try to make the conversations that you're having with people personal and treat them as a person, like how you would want to be treated, and just try to get to know them. And that question that I hit you with, if you could wake up and be anywhere in the world, where would you be and what would you do, is a perfect question. And the other interesting part about that is I've asked that question, I don't know, a few thousand times. Less than 50 people have actually asked me it back. So you'll find that people don't give a shit about you most of the time. They care about themselves. And so when someone does ask you that back, you know that they are really a genuine good person you want to get to know. So the last thing I'll say is, how would I answer that question right now? How would I answer my own question? The way I would answer that question is I would wake up tomorrow. I would be in New York City. I'd be staying at the Ritz-Carlton or the Omnia or something, the Mandarin Oriental, and I'd have my own condo, and it would be up on the high floor, maybe in the 20s or 30s, and it would be attached to like a hotel of sorts, so that way I can get room service if I want or whatever. But it's my condo, and it's got a view overlooking Central Park. And I would wake up early, around 6-ish, and I would have my girl would be waiting in the bed. I would be, I'd get out of bed and I won't share the first thing, but I would go and read the newspaper, right? I have the newspaper pulled up on my iPad, and by newspaper I don't mean the actual fucking newspaper, I mean the news. So I'd look over the news about what's going on, you know, in the different, you know, technology space, restaurant space, whatever. Just, I like to read on what's going on in the world, and not about politics, but more about technology and business. And then what I would do is I would go downstairs, I'd cook breakfast, you know, maybe have a protein shake, a meditation, a workout without getting into specifics. And then I would go down and I would go from board meeting to board meeting on an electric skateboard. So shout out to Casey Neistat. And if it was raining or the weather was bad, I'd go from private car to private car. And I would just be meeting with people all day, you know, connecting with people, learning, either investing in their business or selling them something, or, you know, growing a business or whatever. Then at the end of the day, it would be a badass celebration because we just sold the business and or went IPO or whatever. So that'll be my perfect day. Definitely in my young professional mode. I bet in 10 years my question will be different, and I bet in 10 years I'll be doing it. So let's go. Hope this was helpful. I tried to document as much as I could today. Had a company meeting and like 4 demos, so it's kind of hard to track those, but really, if you learn one thing or take away one thing from this call, is ask people personal questions in a business setting and get to fucking know them, but know when to back off, right? If you ask them that and you can tell they get uncomfortable, laugh and go, huh, you know, it's just a random question I like to ask people. Maybe you can ask me, or you can tell me the next time we talk, and then ask them the next time we talk, or you talk, but don't pressure them, you know, don't make them answer it, because, you know, it might make them feel uncomfortable, because they probably haven't thought about it, which is the crazy part. So hope you guys got to see kind of a day in the life, and I know this is just fun for me to document this and document the journey. So I'm gonna go enjoy this Rubio's, which I left a review on, and go spend time with the girlfriend who means the world to me, and get home safe. So talk later.